Hey everybody, what's up? Benji Pistone here, representing Hamilton. How you guys doing today? Hitting you guys off with another movie review. Now, this movie that I'm going to be talking about today is a documentary. Now, I love documentaries and I love watching them, and I think they're great. You know what I mean? And the documentary that I want to talk about today is a documentary that came out in 1999 called Grass: The History of Marijuana. Now, if none of you have ever seen this documentary, I highly recommend that you watch this documentary because it is absolutely fantastic. You know what I mean? Like before watching this documentary, I did not know much about like the history of marijuana, or there we go, or the history on the war on marijuana. But after watching this documentary, I learned so much. I learned history that I did not know before watching this documentary. Now, this documentary is narrated by Woody Harrelson. Woody Harrelson's a fantastic actor. He's been in quite a few movies. He was in that show Cheers from back in the day, and yeah, and he narrates it. And he's actually a celebrity who is one of the supporters on the legalization of marijuana. So this movie is basically talking about the history on the war on marijuana, and just talking about the history of the laws of marijuana. And the documentary first starts off back in the 1930s. It starts off with the story about this guy named Harry Anslinger. Harry Anslinger was called the first American drug czar, and he used to work for the government when it came to like the war on drugs. And the reason why this guy is so significant is because back in 1935 he was responsible for passing the very first law for marijuana, making marijuana 100% illegal in America. You know what I mean? And the thing is that when he discovered marijuana, and he wanted to make it illegal, marijuana was never tested. It was never tested scientifically to see just how bad it is, or like if it's gonna kill you, or if you do it you're gonna overdose and die and stuff like that. So his attitude towards marijuana was, you know what? It's a drug. It has to be it's dangerous, just like like the other illegal drugs like cocaine or heroin or whatever. So it has to be legal, and he successfully passed the very first law for marijuana without getting any type of scientific testing on it. You know what I mean? And not only that, but he was also responsible for promoting all of these absolute positive lies about marijuana, saying that if you do marijuana you're gonna kill somebody, it's gonna make you go insane, you're gonna go around raping women and stuff like that. All of these lies that he made just to make marijuana look bad and to make it illegal. Well, fast forward. I'd say I don't know, like a few years later, behind Anslinger's back, what they did was they got a few scientists, and they actually started testing it. And through these scientists testing, they found out that what Anslinger was saying about marijuana was 100% untrue, you know. And when Anslinger found out about this, he also did it in his power to stop this scientific research, which is what he did. And this movie this movie is cut through like different decades. It starts from the 30s onto the 40s and the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, and then it ends in the 80s. Like these decades, you know, just talking about like the history and the history on the war on marijuana and how it's changed, and pretty much how much money was spent to keep marijuana illegal. It's a fantastic documentary, okay? You will honestly learn a lot about the war on marijuana after watching this, and you will realize, you know, just how stupid and just how ridiculous it really is. You know what I mean? Because as a person myself who likes to smoke marijuana, you know, on and off, you know, like I think that it should be like 100% legal. You know what I mean? Because like no one has ever died from it, and the thing is that because of Anslinger, these people are still believing like all of these lies that he made up just because, you know. And yeah, but it's a great documentary. I highly recommend you guys check it out. It's actually on YouTube, so if you have never checked it out before, I highly recommend that you check it out. It's a fantastic documentary. You will learn a lot. I mean, there's other documentaries out about like, you know, like marijuana and the history and all of that, but honestly, I really believe that this has got to be the best one because like they go right to the source. You know what I mean? So check it out, guys. It's called Grass: The History of Marijuana, narrated by Woody Harrelson. Fantastic documentary. I highly recommend that you guys check this out. So anyways, guys, that's it for this one. And as always, you know, if you like what you see, comment down below. You know, subscribe to my channel. And as always, guys, check out my new videos, like posting up some new videos. And yeah, Benji Pistone here. Take care, guys.